Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick second and go over what I'm working on. So whenever I do collectors, I like to use the male and female sides like this, instead of like both of these being male or both of them being female. I like to keep them this way so that if you ever change your exhaust, you can buy one V-band kit and made up to these, rather than if they were both male, you'd have to buy two female flanges. So it's just a little trick that I like to do whenever I put together headers. Also, what it helps with is that I will put them together and clamp them together while I weld the V-bands on, and it just kind of helps mitigate the warpage that happens in the V-band. So I'll put the clamp on here, put it in a rotisserie, and I'll weld all that out. I'll try to keep the camera going so you guys can watch. Okay, to be honest, that thing was moving way too fast, but I was making do. I'm gonna make some adjustments and slow it down because I was having to really work fast right there. And then also, I didn't really think about it, but I should have been starting where my clamp was, because whenever this rotated around, my cup was actually smacking the clamp. Usually I kind of start with the clamp, so that way I got my torch angle right, and then as I make my way around, once I clear this, then I know I can adjust it without interfering with anything. But I just got in a hurry and wasn't thinking about it and started off in the wrong spot, but it still turned out pretty good. I mean, guys, I'm a little bit happier with it. I think there's something going on with my positioner. It started out really hauling ass, and then it slowed down quite a bit while I was welding. But not too bad for the first two welds on the truck. I might sit back and hit a couple practice pieces before I move any further. Okay, guys, I am going to make a fixture to go underneath here and basically hold my collector position. What I'm thinking is these body mounts are the same, these little cups on all of my frames. So I think I'm going to make a fixture that will bolt into this and then have a flat plane across here with some brackets that will come up right here and set the height for the collectors. So that's what I'm thinking. Go over here, see what I can work up. Basically, I'm thinking like we have our mounting cups, like that. I'm thinking I'll make another cup that steps inside it. Maybe it has like a locating shoulder. Comes down, like that. Just kind of doing a rough sketch here, give you an idea of what I'm thinking. Okay. So this right here is going to be 3 1/4 inch tube, whatever wall thickness I got that I can make work, and then I'll machine the end down to where it'll slide up into like this style cup. This is the cups I use. And then there'll be another plate. We'll go across that, something like that, and then I will have some risers that come up like that, and we'll have, oh geez, this is a pretty rough drawing right here, but It's hard because the page is trying to move while I'm holding the camera in my other hand. Okay, so yeah, plates like that will come up. These will bolt on to this bottom plate. Have what would look like a little clover leaf, which is basically the tubes all nested together. And I think I'll do 2 plates. So like, let's go into 3D here, like that, and then another one like that. That's got the same clover in it. So that way, whenever I bring the tubes in from the engine bay, I go into that, it'll keep the tubes straight, you know, because if I just go through one thin plate, the tube could still be kind of cocked weird or something. So basically I can run it through 2 plates. These will be 1/4 inch. And what I can do is have them mocked up underneath the truck. When I build all of my header tubes, they'll all come down, go in to each port like so. I can use some vice grips or something and clamp them from behind. And then once I get all of this ran in there, I'll pull the tubes out individually, weld them all up, and then stick them back in, tack them up at the flange, say flange up here, tack them all up to the flange, and then when we put them on, let me grab this. When I slide the collectors on, they basically the tubes go in there about 1/4 inch or so. So what I'll do is fit them up in here. I'll use 1/4 inch plate right here. So whenever I drop them all in, I can come back after they're all welded up and stabbed back in here, and I can use this plate to mark the back side of the tubes so I know where to cut them, and it'll leave me at least a perfect 1/4 inch of straight material to slide the collector back on. I'll slide the collector back on, and then I'll weld it on, and then the headers will be done. Just like that, all right? Just watch and see, it'll be easy.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.